Oh, yeah.
Let me unmute you guys. Somebody say hello.
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 Hey, there we
Where's
go.
Boulder?
Hello,
Oh,
everybody. And
Vincent.
let me fix Dauphine since she has joined us. Do, 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 do.
Hey, I was here a few minutes ago. You could have fixed me then.
I can't once we go live. There you
Oh,
are.
well,
Yay. All right, how's everybody doing? It is our first game in the new year, and we have not played in almost a month. So I'm looking forward to seeing what shenanigans you guys will get up to tonight.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
I
the
always had a
shenanigans.
hard time remembering the last game, but it's been over a month and I don't even remember like much of last year.
I have no idea.
I'm right there with you. Does anybody want to try like college try stab in the dark?
All I remember was Tenzin.
Oh, we were
trying to
in the
be a
underwater
missionary.
game. Oh, wait, was I even there for the last game? The last game I remember, we were in the underwater palace and we were talking to the big lady and the dragonborn pulled a giant sling sword, which was really stupid. And
Or chivalrous.
yes, oh yeah, and the dragonborn also got drunk thanks to the half elf. Thanks for that. That was interesting.
It was.
Those are the last things I remember, but I may not have played in the last game because who knows?
I remember specifically us somehow managing to convince the giants that we were emissary of
Yes.
their god, and then Tenzin, while we were being that, was like, "So have you heard about my specific god, though?"
Yes, because the ranger had him drunk. She was trying to help, and then it just went way downhill from there. It was
All right.
Simpson's one bad moment though, because he's been like so amazing and Puritan like and funny through all of the rest of them. So he had to have his moment, and that was apparently it. It's not like it almost got us killed or anything. No big deal.
Almost being the operative word.
That's right.
He didn't die.
But then we went down the long hall and we talked to her, and then her advisor was the bad guy who I think got away, but I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Yes, Imrith,
And-
who turned out to actually be an ancient blue dragon in disguise.
And he stole the remote to the throne?
Stole
Remote?
Stole the remote to the throne. That's right. He stole like the scepter or the staff or the stick or something that was her like last thing from her dad, and she's convinced that she couldn't help or save the giants without him, and so we had to set off to go rescue her dad. I think that's where we left off.
Ella?
I don't know, in that
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
You look like you were about to say something.
Oh no, I was trying to remember, when did we the cloud giant guy, was that recent when we had to go save him?
Yeah,
I think that was
Zephyros gave you. Yeah, Zephyros gave you the magic concorn that you blew to get to the underwater lair of the storm court. And I think I still have them here. Hold on.
Okay,
Just for
but
fun.
excuse me, y'all. I remembered stuff, and I think that should be
You
noted.
did.
Very proud of you.
There is the storm court, just to refresh everyone's
Right.
memory. That's King Hecaton, Queen Neri, deceased Queen Neri, who was found murdered with a golden goose near her body.
Oh God, that's right. It was the last.
I
thing
know.
that happened. We got one of those stupid coins.
And then in the middle,
More of
we've
the
got
fucking geese.
the two misled daughters, Mirren and Nim, and on the right is acting Queen Sarissa of the Storm Court.
Right.
Right.
And of course, no one can forget the golden goose.
The golden goose. That's it. I said duck. I apologize. I knew what I meant. There
That
was
makes
duck
what,
ducking
like
and
6 of
goosing.
them?
We played duck goose.
I don't know, how many do you have now? That's a
I have
question
no
for
idea.
Menardin. Menardin's collecting them on a necklace. I
Yeah, I was
remember.
gonna say I have at least 4 now because I had 3 prior to this. I don't
thought-
know if somebody else has another one.
I thought we had. I had 2, but then I gave one to the guy, and I don't think he gave it back. Oh wait, no, I stole it back.
From the goblin.
Yes, I gave it to him, but then I stole it back.
So, if you remember, last time we all met, you had successfully made your way into the Storm Court. You did everything we just discussed, and Sarissa agreed to teleport you back to Waterdeep, because the one thing that I was hoping Dauphine would remember was that
Sorry.
Dauphine actually had a flash of insight and remembered that this looked like a gambling coin used in the gambling halls somewhere in the heart of Waterdeep.
I have no recollection of that. Are you sure you didn't write that down and forget to tell me?
No, because you did. So I actually have the game log in front of me. I'm going to
Darn
switch
it.
over to the map
No,
scene.
I believe it.
And I have the game log of all the rolls.
Go me. I'm glad I figured that out. I have absolutely zero recollection of that, unfortunately.
Oh, I gotta.
I don't remember any of it. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
I don't remember her figuring out that it was a gambling coin,
I
but I
don't
might
either.
have just entered a goose-induced fugue state. So
Maybe that's what happened. I was just like, oh my god, more coins, and just everything from there was just a blackout.
I remember. I think it was Delphine who's like, "If that's another fucking goose coin," and then it was.
Yep. And it was, and that's like the last thing I remember, honestly. So I don't know. It's all good though.
Well,
We
you
would
guys,
just be quiet before he takes that away from us, okay? So we go we went to investigate the stupid goose coin.
so you actually have a mission now. You actually have a path forward. You have a holy crap. We need to find anything we can about this golden goose to find out who murdered the Storm Queen, what happened to the Storm Lord, and why. And your major clues are the gambling halls in Waterdeep, and you have been teleported all back to let's say there's a flash of light and you twerk your way back to the
Oh, I remember that there was twerking. I remember that.
it's a
now.
twerking circle.
I am such a good person to go talk in gambling halls.
Wait,
This is
I
gonna
have to-
be great.
I have to call Cave Girl over because if you remember pre-game, certain people were making her go get Pop-Tarts, so she has just arrived with Pop-Tarts.
What flavor? What kind did she get though? This is
Strawberry.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Love it.
Strawberry's good.
That or
Way to go.
s'mores.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say those are. I also like the hot fudge
S'mores.
sundae flavor.
Mm, those are
God, I
pretty
miss
choice.
Pop-Tarts.
All right. So in a flash of teleportation light, and there is no twerking unless you want there to be.
No.
I'm twerking. Don't tell me
Okay.
I can't twerk. I'm
I-
just gonna twerk if she wants to.
You can leave your cares
Have
behind
at it.
because if your friends don't
Is
twerk,
there like Doctor Who noises as she twerks through the universe?
Jesus.
Like,
hey,
that's funny.
at least you don't
That's
hear the
hilarious.
sucking sound of the dark between the stars.
Oh my god, no. No.
I had to channel Shazara just for a moment. You appear in a flash of light outside your favorite tavern in Waterdeep, the Bear and Bard. What you doing? It is midday. It is midday in the late fall, early winter, and the city's just going on around you. There's a light snow falling. It's melting. It's not sticking around, but it's pretty. It's cold.
Who's the cook at this bar?
A barbarian woman named Vola.
Are we tight?
You've met her before. She is very good friends with your friend Grief.
Is she the one that has the mini warlock?
Yes,
Child?
yes, she is. Her husband is named Rusty. He's probably trying to teach her to swing an axe, and she's having none of it.
Well, I say we go on in.
Myriad Axe, the finest establishment.
First round's on me, y'all. And by which I mean, Senzin is like, "Ooh."
Sensei, do we have enough money? Is that...
Oh, right. Yeah, we got money. We got bucks. We're towards the end of the campaign. We got some bucks.
Also, have we ever even purchased anything aside from beer?
I don't
I'm
know.
sure we've bought food before.
We
And donuts.
We bought
some
donuts. We bought lots of
potions, I think,
donuts.
too.
Yeah, I think we bought potions like one time.
Hey, whatever's in your pack, you have. I looked through it. There didn't
Well-
really...
Mostly it was donuts.
I mean,
Yeah,
girls
we
gotta
bought
eat.
potions.
That's right.
All right.
We
well,
got rubies and stuff. We need to sell some of these gems. We have a lot of gems to. We have 20 gems.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, and you never did anything. You're just carrying them around in a bag.
We're
if I
just
remember
carrying them
correctly.
around
Correction.
like
We have-
Goonies.
25 gems.
Oh.
We're the gems. We're treasures. I treasure you is what I'm saying.
Yay! How sweet.
Oh, Lord. Lordy.
Lordy.
All right, so we go into the bar.
All right, you make your way into the bar, and
Unless we want to go to the bank first.
it's midday. I mean, you've had some crazy adventures over the last few weeks. You've got some downtime now. You know, it was the most stressful. You were in a room with individuals, any one of which who could have probably squished the whole party. And you're now away from that situation. Is there anything you want to talk about with each other, or how are you feeling? Like, what's going on right now? What's going through everybody's brains?
We have
I'm
to right this wrong.
Yeah,
I'm-
I mean, at least there's not a plague.
I'm feeling like what's her name, acting queen, what's her name, is severely underreacting to the murder of her mother. Because she was just like, oh yeah, figure out who did it because I think that's who stole my dad, not because they killed my mom.
Maybe her mom was a bitch. I mean, we don't know.
Oh no, she loved her mother. It was very clear. If that's the takeaway you've got, let me sort of recalibrate that. She was very clear that if she didn't stay and sit on that throne, some other giant was going to kill her family and take it. That's you were literally there to see all of the representatives, the most powerful of each of giant kind, in the Storm King's lair, vying for power and jockeying for political control. So she absolutely cares. You did get that sense from her that somebody killed her mom, and she's pretty pissed off about it.
You know, I feel like that makes a lot of sense. Like, she's in a position, she's lived her life in this position that she just does not have the personal opulence to be able to spend time with her emotions when she wants to, because there's so much else like going on in her life. So I mean, I get that.
Yeah, and you know she's gotta be the responsible one because her sisters are clearly not doing shit. So
Her sisters were apparently implicated in trying to kill her mother.
Yeah. Apparently her sisters and mom did not get along.
Everybody seems to want to sit on that throne.
sounds like a great opportunity to curse the throne and invite them to take a seat.
Mm,
Ooh, spoken like a true warlock.
love it.
Well, you are making your way into the Baron Bard. It is festive inside. The food smells amazing. The drink is plentiful, and you can go wherever you want from here. If you want to go to try to do some reconnaissance, Shazara takes her leave and says, "I'm going to the library to research what I can about gambling halls."
All right, that sounds like her.
Is there a gambling hall nearby? Because I'd like to do some hands-on research.
There's a gambling district down by the waterfront.
Anybody else feeling lucky?
Oh,
Let's do it.
I'm going.
I'm there.
Absolutely.
All right.
I need to see this seedy underworld with my own beady dragon eyes. The sins, everyone's sinning. I don't know. I'm just curious of what's the draw. I don't understand.
I mean, after the last time we hung out, I mean, who's gonna cast the first stone here?
All right. Well, your party member that actually knows anything about Waterdeep has sort of skedaddled. So you sidle up to the bar and you ask the large barbarian woman behind the bar about this. And what in particular are you asking?
Which gambling hall do the luckiest folks around here, and I'm not saying the richest or most well connected, but the ones who seem luckiest tend to visit.
Well, I mean, do you want to know about the ones that the rich people go to, or the ones that we all go to?
The ones that we all go to.
She says, well, I mean, down in the gambling district, there's a whole section. It's called Gambler's Row. There's about 20 or 30 gambling halls, all of various repute. There's 3 or 4 for the hoity-toity folks, but we don't.
I would
go
just
there.
like to ask where one would possibly, which of the halls one would possibly find some of the goose coins at.
Are you showing it to her?
Sure. I mean, Mindredon has them on a necklace, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I at no point have ever hidden these coins.
I'm gonna roll to everyone. Boop. Vola has no idea where that would actually be.
I would like to ask, which gambling hall is so like shady and skeevy that even the locals don't want to go to?
And she just, like, big barbarian lady looks down at you and goes, and you'd expect me to know that?
I mean, you're a bartender. You know which
People
ones
talk.
to stay away from.
People do talk, but at the end of the day, you might want to...
If you were to go to a gambling hall, which one would you never go to?
I don't know. I don't really gamble, but here, and she takes out a napkin and scribbles down, sort of like in very broken common, here's how you get to Gambler's Row if you want to go down yourself.
Real quick, if you do have any idea about it, where would the hoity-toity go? Where would they tend to, like, if there's some big movers and shakers, where do they spend their time, if you have heard anything?
You might want to look at the Grand Dame.
Grand Dame.
You'll know it when you see it.
Okay. I got nothing else.
All right. Do you want to follow the directions, or do you want to try selling some of those gems, or?
I would like to leave some coins on the counter since we didn't stay here and drink and we didn't order any food. I feel like making use of this person's time to get information and not leaving them anything in return is rude. So
yeah, that's just good manners. That's a good call.
She says whatever you want to leave, she'll happily take, and say best of luck to you.
So apparently we don't get to get drinks and food. We go gambling.
There's going to be drinks and food there.
What time of day is it? You said it was like noon?
Yeah, it's like midday.
I don't think that's the best time to go looking for like shady people at a gambling hall.
They're probably
we can scout it out. We can scout the place out, get a lay of the land, get an eye on the exits.
Okay.
All right. Well, you make your way through some winding city streets, and eventually the instructions and the guides, the instructions that Vola wrote down to you, take you down towards the docks. And in the Sea Ward is a very bustling gambling district.
Sorry, C word.
SEAWARD. In the Sea Ward.
I'll interpret it how I choose.
You may,
so
and then I will
funny
show
about
off my
that.
boob jar.
Are there seamen?
Oh, good God.
There's definitely
Now I get
seamen
it.
in the C word.
That said, you make it into the Sea Ward, and you are walking down Gambler's Row. On either side of the street, there are bustling casinos, saloons. It has a very almost Wild West feel, even though it's in a bustling city. And you can smell the salt air. Just another block or two over are the docks. And anything you really want is here.
Okay.
Ooh.
I am opening the fantasy name generator because I guarantee you're going to ask me the names of like 20 different casinos.
So
And remember none. So,
This is true. Yeah,
We can start at huzzas instead of Harrah's.
I would like to Menredin, fancies herself a little bit of a enterprising pirate, as it were. And she's gonna try very hard to look for like secret clues that indicate that one of these gambling houses are a little bit more than they appear. Because you know how like I don't want to call it like hobo scratch language, but like there's like little
thieves tongue or thieves
Thieves'
can't.
can't?
Or...
It's like
Thieves'
it's
can't.
like thieves can't, but it's like little symbols and scratches that look accidental, but they actually mean something.
All right. Why don't you give me an Arcana check?
Seth, let me check
Arcana?
Discord.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
That would be a natural 20 plus 5 for a 25.
Wow.
All right. You do not seem to find anything, and you're pretty sure you would have if there were those kinds of clues floating around.
Are we at a casino?
You're standing in the middle of the street, lined with casinos and bars on your left and your right, and at the end of the street is a dock.
Can I roll some kind of check to see if any of them have a name that sounds, I don't know, avian or goose-like?
That's smart. There you go.
Here, I will
Why
read
not?
you. I will read you them. There is the Vertex, the Spice, Club Phantom, Club Paramount, the Bolt, the Silver, the Century, the Monarch. So these are the bars that are lining the street.
These are gambling halls or strip clubs? Because
Yes.
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 Okay.
yes,
They are
okay.
houses of you know,
Repute.
Ill repute?
Oh,
Of
Lord.
repute. Of repute. We're not
We're
going to
in
get
the red light
judgmental.
district. Okay.
You're in a red light district. There's any vice you want here.
Oh, Lord.
You're in trouble, Sinzin.
Oh, man.
Hey, Sensen, it's okay. They just
He's-
pray to a different kind of god than you.
He's...
I love
I'm
that.
like,
What kind of, just a general question, like what kind of gambling are they doing? Like, is it craps? I don't imagine there's like fantasy one-armed bandits or anything like that, like slot machines.
No. But it's people are playing poker. There are roulette wheels.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Oh man.
People are betting. Like in a couple of them, they advertise pit fights. Like there's
Oh.
it's
Any
Ella's
vice you
living
want.
room.
You know, surprisingly, that is the one vice I don't possess. I've never been into it.
never been into the
No.
pit fights.
Pit fights are gambling.
Fair. No, I'm behind. I was talking about the red light district, and then I saw the picture that Ella sent in Skype, and it matched.
Oh, I'm not looking at Skype. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
This
that
was a
was
while ago.
from a month ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I've added to it. So I used to only have 3. Now I have 6 LED and neon signs that are various women, and there's one that says
Nice.
girls, girls, girls. I named them after historical women. So there's Sappho, Madame Tallien, Lysistrata,
that's
and
awesome.
Callapige.
I love it.
I am so close to getting the butt jar that goes with the boob
Yes.
boob canister. I know.
But jar.
Anyway. Mandy, if you're watching, yeah, I've pretty much just made the decision that doesn't violate terms of service.
It's art.
Exactly.
Not until it's painted.
They're lemons. Anyway,
It looks
are-
like some kind of messed up rare fruit. I swear to God.
yep.
Of the low-ends. All right, I'm just gonna
Oh.
who do we see exiting? Like, what kind of people do we see exiting the various establishments? Like, if there's one that looks like, I don't know, real rad folks, then that's the one I'm gonna go to.
All
Are
right.
there any promoters? Are there club promoters?
There's a lot of people walking around outside handing out pamphlets, hawkers trying to get you to come into their casino.
I start collecting those pamphlets. I want to see if there's any imagery. I mean, clearly, if these tokens are from a gambling hall, it's part of their marketing scheme, and I want to see how they're marketing and to see if any of that marketing matches what we're looking for.
Okay. So I'm going to go around and I want y'all each to tell me what you're doing or if you're helping somebody else do it. So, okay. What is Menredin doing?
So I'm going to go a completely different way.
Okay.
I think these coins are a secret passcode of some sort. So I don't think it's going to be advertised. So what I want to do is I want to like minor illusion myself to look like a flamboyant pirate from out of town, and just kind of like use my entertainer background and basically like go into each of the bars and like make a scene, like throwing money around, gambling, and acting like a big shot trying to get invited somewhere.
Okay. All right. What is Senzin doing?
So Senzin is a little overstimulated and he's going to get dragged into whatever casino is closest. Like someone's like, come on in. And he's like too polite to say no. So when everybody's kind of looking the other way, he gets sucked in and they're gonna, get him situated and he's going to go up to the place where you get your chips and do money exchange. And he's going to exchange some gold for silver.
Okay.
And he's gonna have like a fistful of silver and he's gonna sidle up to a table because they're like, yeah, have a seat. And he's like, okay, so he's gonna gamble. He doesn't really understand what he's doing, but he's like, okay, so I take some coins. Well, wait, let me get some silvers. The gold, not yet. And he's gonna play roulette.
All right. Perfect. What is Dauphine doing?
I'm going to follow Sinzin because I'm concerned about the path he has chosen. And I am just going to stand behind him and watch out for people taking advantage of him.
All right. I'm going to go in reverse order now. So let's do Senzin and Dauphine. You're playing roulette. You are playing roulette, and
Yes.
give me a dexterity check.
Oh God! Oh, wrong. Okay.
He breaks the wheel.
It's basically just roll dex check.
Which do I click?
Just
I'm
click
sorry,
on the dex, the number under dex.
The number under it?
Or, well, just on it.
Okay. Hey.
All right. You do not believe you're being cheated, and I am going to roll.
Do I notice?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for you.
That's 13.
Cool. And I rolled a 93. So you've gotten back.
What?
So I rolled a 93 on my percentage, and you're up a little bit. You're up like 43%. So whatever you've gambled so far, you're winning.
Nice.
And Dauphine, Senzin is not losing, surprisingly.
Are they letting him win to try and reel him in?
It doesn't look like that. It surprises you to understand and like, wow, it looks like an actual fair roulette machine in a bar in Waterdeep.
Wow. That sounds wrong. But
All
okay.
right.
Senzin's like, did I win?
Did I win? Oh, I won again!
I did? Neat.
All right, I'll come back to you guys in a second. Menredin, what exactly are you doing? Tell me how you're portraying a bigwig gambling pirate.
Well, I gotta have that giant hat
With the feather. It's got to have a feather.
with the feather, and then I already wear puffy pants because I already was living my pirate dream. So I've got like a hat, I've got my cloak of protection like slung over one shoulder because I'm jaunty. And I've got my magic illusion hat because I don't actually own a hat. And I'm going in and I'm being myself. I have no concept of what any of the coins' values are, so I'm spending golds like they are coppers.
God.
And I'm gambling poorly while having a great time and like strumming my lyre and singing and just having a grand old time talking about all the adventures we've had on the high seas. I'm totally name dropping other people who have given us these coins.
Oh, God.
Excellent. Give me a performance check.
It's an 18 plus 5 for 23.
All right. At some point during your gambling extravaganza, someone mentions that if you're such a high roller, you should really check out the Grand Dame.
That's where I wanted to go.
And no one else. It's weird. No one else has mentioned the Grand Dame to you. So this is the first
Except
time.
the barbarian woman.
Well, exactly, but no one else in this down here at the waterfront has mentioned that. And that seems odd to you. So let me go over to Piranha now. You've got a fistful of flyers that say, you know, girls, 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 come gamble at our club.
So it's like my fireplace. I'm also, if this is anything like Vegas, I'm collecting the escorts little trading cards that they're handing out because
You want a whole deck?
Pastime. Yeah, I do. I wanna see if I can get a shiny one, maybe a rare one.
Maybe I get a foil.
Yeah, I get a foil. Yeah, and do I get any flyers for Grand Dame or the Pontiac of?
You do not actually. Nothing that even mentions it. But your background, Madame. People are sort of. These are all salt of the earth folks. There's nobody super wealthy here, and if you are asking any questions about it, they're sort of pointing you down to the end of the dock, and they're like, you might want to try the thing down there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So initially I was inclined to collect these things and then go back up Menredin, but I'm just really afraid that with Menredin's jaunty wardrobe, they're going to mistake her for my pimp. So I'm just going to make my way to the end of the dock. And is that where the Grand Dame is?
Are you going yourself, or are you going to wait for everybody else and walk down together? It's up to you.
Well, I don't know if that's their game plan or not. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna head over by myself, maybe meander. Actually, no, I want to go check in on Menredin and just kind of, because I know that Delphi and Senzin are together and they've got each other's back, so I want to go make sure that Menredin is still tight.
Okay. All right, then go ahead and do that.
Ooh,
she's
and also,
having. Go ahead.
I'm gonna fangirl the fuck out of the performance that she's doing.
She's having the time of her life. She's playing her lyre. You know, patrons are dancing, and you know, the proprietor loves it because everybody's spending money on drinks and everybody's happy. Yeah, and it looks like things are going well for Menredin right now.
I'm just gonna slide up and just be like, "Hey, Menredin, I'm gonna head to the end of the docks. I hear the barbarian one was onto something, and I think I'm gonna go check out that Grand Dame. So if you want to meet me over there whenever you're done with your encore, that's where I'll be."
All right, cool. Are we gonna do that right now?
Yes. So I'm going to naturally reach an end in my current establishment, and then I'm going to head over to the Grand Dame or Grand Dame.
The Grand Dame. It is at the end of the jetty, and you've never seen anything quite like it before. I hope everyone has their Twitch window up, because that is what the Grand Dame looks like.
As we all wait
it's gonna
for the
take
delay.
it's gonna take
okay.
a little
That's
It's
cool.
a casino boat. I'm so
Wow.
excited.
It's a pleasure barge.
It looks like a. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So that is what it looks like. And let me flip on over to the map scene. Let me see if I actually have it up. Would help if I... Nope, not that one. Let's load that one. So there it is. This is the end of the jetty here. There are some guards floating around on the dock, and you can see this big brown thing at the top here is the... I'm using it to represent the Grand Dame. So it is the last thing docked at the dock, and it is docked right towards the edge. Who's moving my boat?
I did not move anything.
We can move the boat.
You guys
Wait,
can
I want to move the boat.
Go ahead, you can move the boat.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was me. I didn't realize that was
Oh my
happening.
gosh, I
Trying
can
to
move that
scroll.
boat. That's so
I'm
cool.
seeing it like wiggle.
Everybody can move the boat.
Woohoo.
Wiggle the boat.
Oh god.
What's
It's
great
really
is
all wiggly going on over here.
it's out of view on the Twitch screen, so you barely see anything.
I know, right? So I'm going to show you guys. There you are. And actually, we've only got Piranha and... I'm going to get rid of Shazara, unfortunately. So we've only got Piranha and Menredin right now on the dock.
So is there like... Okay, there's security guards.
There's a lot of guards floating around. There's probably about 10 or 12 guards right now.
I mean, yeah, reasonably so. It's a casino. I'm just gonna sort of...
There's one other thing I haven't mentioned.
Okay.
It is battened down. No one is getting on or off of it right now. It looks like it's closed right now.
Okay. Then, Menardin is with me, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to cast Pass Without Trace. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions. For the duration...
Before you decide you want to do that, it's daylight. It's the middle of the day. If you're going to try to sneak past guards in broad daylight, that -10's not going to really be -10.
The +10?
Or +10.
Okay. My stealth is also +8. So that puts me at +18. So if I roll a 1, I'm still going to be at 19.
All right. If you guys want to try it, you can try it. Do you want to try it alone, or do you want to wait for everybody else?
Not to do the fucking thing.
I didn't tell you. I did not tell you not to do it. I'm just saying there are extenuating circumstances. I mean, if you're gonna walk down a 10-foot wide gangplank in between two guards,
sounds sketchy.
Yeah.
All right. Then, do any of the guards look affable?
Sure. I mean, they're bored. They look like bored guards.
Then I guess maybe I just want to go and... Oh, my first one sucks. There's nothing I can do that's Dex that's gonna...
I don't know. Menredin's pretty charismatic.
Oh, hey, Menredin, do you want to go ask them what's going on?
Yes, I am going to stride right up, jingle jangling with all of my coins on display, and basically just announce myself as Menredin, president, not CEO, it's very important, of Eric Enterprises, and I was told that I should come to this establishment to continue my day of revelry and gambling.
Somebody told you wrong. We don't open until dark. But I see you got the pass, so come back then. He points at the golden goose.
Is there like a green room for Menredin? Menredin, are you booked to perform here tonight, or could they not afford you?
Nice.
Ooh. That is a good question. Let me see. What is my so I'm better at because I am playing performer Menredin and not stabby Menredin, it could be considered a performance check, or it could be considered persuasion. I don't really care whichever one. But I kind of want to just like bluff him a little bit and be like, I am Menredin, the great performer. I bring in crowds and money and adulation, and I make the night wonderful, and I need to get here early to set up for my performance tonight. You open at dark. Can I arrive an hour or two before dark to set up?
I mean, we'd have to check with the lady, but I guess. Does she know you're coming?
Everybody knows I'm coming.
Nah.
It's in the writer. Menredin, do you feel like you're being respected?
Give me my what?
Do you feel like you're being respected right now?
I mean...
He's just looking at you like, hey, look, nobody told me about a new performer tonight. We've got a performer that normally comes on board. I got to check with the lady if you want to come on. You want me to go check with her?
Yes, please bring her.
Okay. He walks down the gangplank, and he comes back with. I got to switch over to the other view because I loaded her up in the other view. An Asian woman wearing
Is there Asia in this?
Asian-looking woman. It's called something else here, and she is wearing a yellow and green silk gown embroidered with snakes all over it, and she comes stately walking down the gangplank towards you and addresses you and says, I understand your name is Menredin and you want to perform here?
Yes, I make it my goal and my pleasure to perform at the finest of establishments in every city, and I've been told by I don't know who told me to come here, but I described the woman, that this is where I should spend my evening, donating my services.
Hold that thought. I'm going to flip back to Dauphine and Senzin.
Huh?
And if you guys want to do something there, or if you want to decide you have wandered out and you're making your way down to join this scene, you can do that.
Wait, hold on. I was trying to figure out my Final Fantasy password. I gotta find a window. Oh, there we go.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. We're
Oh,
moving
God.
over to the.
We've created a monster.
We're gonna go to the What's the one where you
What's
throw
that?
the dice? Is that
The craps
what's
table?
that
Craps
one?
table?
Craps table, the bones table.
All right, so you guys are doing that. Anything you want to give me a dexterity check again. This will be
Shit.
actually for you.
Oh God. Oh no! Oh no!
All right,
Oh,
so let's say you're down about 100 gold pieces.
I'm using silver though. Good God!
All right, tell you what, you're down 100 silver, but
Okay, phew.
but I'm trying to think. What would I check?
I'd like to make sure they're not cheating her if possible.
Yeah,
please.
what would I check for an addiction? What would I check to see if she's getting a little?
Oh, wow.
What's
give
the
me a
replacement
wisdom.
of will?
I think she would have to
Wisdom.
make a will save, basically.
Give me a wisdom check. DC 13.
So just click my wisdom.
Wisdom.
Like
Yeah.
score.
Like the wisdom score.
There's
Not
a
okay.
savings throw.
Where it's in the savings
box.
throw box.
Yeah.
In the saving throws.
No,
Yeah.
no. Under your, it's not a wisdom saving throw. It's just give me a
Oh.
wisdom check. So
Okay.
click your wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Shh.
Oh
Did I
wow! All right, I said 13, so you hit 13.
Yeah.
You are not currently addicted and like just
You
throwing
sure
all
are
the
on
money
the
in your.
edge.
Yeah, you're not throwing all the money in your pouch onto the gambling table. If you guys want to keep going, you can, or you can wander on down to the dock. I am not making. This isn't the DM saying go find
this
them.
is fun, but I guess for plot we should go. I'm
Alright.
not addicted, so I'm like.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'm a
Alright.
little worried about our companions. Should we maybe make our way to?
Yeah, you're and I hear you because I'm on the edge, but I'm not addicted. So I'm like, yes, of course you're right. This has been fun, but we must make our leave.
Okay. So you make your way down to the edge of the, down to the end of the street, to the dock, and you see that unbelievable pleasure barge just sitting there. And as you approach, you see Piranha and Menredin having a conversation with two guards and a woman in a beautiful dress. Let me find her. I didn't put her on this map.
I guess I should probably be here.
Yep. Anything else you want to discuss? There she is. So you've introduced yourself to her, and you are trying to convince her that you're going to donate your performing services to her. Is that correct? Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, because it is such an honor. I cannot be booked. I must choose where I am performing.
Beautiful.
All right. We are not in combat. I'm just making. I'm
That's
making.
good.
I am
That's
making a
good.
note. All right.
But
I would like a.
Yes.
I would like a wisdom saving throw, Menredin.
oh boy.
Are we up near them? Does she get my bonus?
If you'd like, yeah, go ahead. You gotta put yourself next to them, though.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So if
So-
you are in my aura, you get a plus something.
I think it's a plus
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got. I don't
Oh.
know why my rolls keep going up like forever high. I got a 23.
Something is.
Wait, no, sorry, 20.
Something
Wait.
is probing your mind, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Thanks for the sub,
Rude.
Tombstone.
Yay!
Woohoo.
Rude, but also not an unfamiliar sensation. I do have a boss that's a sentient tentacle.
I immediately regret using the word probe.
Yep.
Do you want to let on that you know this has happened?
Ooh.
No, because
It was you don't believe it was successful. You don't believe it was successful.
I don't believe it was successful. Also, I am being honest. I'm going to perform there tonight. So
No.
I don't want to provoke anything. She can attempt to read my mind all she wants. Whether or not she succeeds is an entirely different story.
All right, give me one more performance check to try to convince her that you should perform there, and if you win this check, she will allow you to perform this evening.
Oh no!
Let me open the book. What's in the book?
Not the
What's in the book?
I have a 0 for
No!
Menredin's available inspiration.
Do I have any inspiration?
You have
This-
2, and Ella has 1.
Can I assist?
And Jax
in some
has
way?
1. You can
Can I
can
assist?
spend an inspiration point to give someone another roll.
I
But,
can.
like-
I'll spend mine so she can roll again. Just
All
one
right.
of them.
You are inspired by your friendship, and you may roll that check again.
Try this. It's still not great. That's a
17 will
9 plus
do.
8.
A 17
Okay.
will do. She allows you. She says, "Be here 1 hour before dark, and don't attempt. Do not bring any weapons. This is an unarmed vessel."
What?
Do you have a coat check, but for like bows and stuff?
She turns to you and says, "Yes, the harbor.
Meh.
Just don't bring them, my dear." And she turns around. She flaunts away.
I like roll my eyes super hard as soon as your back is turned.
Check for
Stick
rolling
your
eyes.
tongue out.
All right, you've got about 3 or 4 hours to dark. Do you want to go back to the Baron Bard and plan? Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to hang out here and
Where
watch
are we gonna
Sensen?
put our weapons?
We should
Oh.
probably get a room.
Yeah, because they are special and we can't just be laying them around.
I'm sure you could convince your friend Grief to let her use her room at the Baron Bard. I don't know, Myriad. If you're still watching, say yes.
Grief, can we use your room?
Hey, Grief.
Hey, BFF.
I booked my own room because I want a bath.
I can gamble if you give me some money too. I'll win you.
You gambled enough.
Hey,
All right,
what's
so
your
here's
dex, Sensen?
I'm like 0.
Dex is your dump stat. I'm sure Dex and Int.
Dex and Int, exactly. They're
Oh,
just,
no.
They're just 10s.
All right, hey Sensen, can you give me a handful of gold? I'll give you guys
Sure.
my weapons.
Sure, here you go.
Yeah, I'm.
So what
I-
I'm
when can
torn
we do?
about is like Shazara and I would be fine with this unarmed vessel.
Thanks, Migraine Boy.
Migraine
Migraine
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, we're blade-packed warlocks, so we can just shunt our weapons off into
Finger
otherworldly
guns.
space and.
Well, you also have
summon
finger
them.
guns.
We also have finger guns. Don't know what to do about the rest of you guys.
I got my shoes. I'm good.
It's true.
I got my guns.
I got
that
my
note-
guns too.
On
I-
that
yeah.
note, we're gonna have our little 10-minute break because it's an hour in, and I promised you guys that we'd do it on the hour. And when we come back, we will have a strategy session for how you're gonna infiltrate the Grand Dame.
Excellent.
Sounds like a euphemism. Okay.
All right, we'll be back. Stick around, folks. We'll be back very shortly. I am muting your mic anyway.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Who's setting up shop? We got a cleric paladin who's also setting up shop. We're gonna call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
That would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
Yeah, we will then. We're gonna have shirts made. I gotta get their portraits all put together, and we're gonna have merchandise.
Oh my god!
This is gonna be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses. We don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain.
But I only wanted it.
This mountain is reserved for patrons.
But
it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats.
But I am a patron.
Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through, and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like 2 of those, please.
Hot dogs? Yes, sir.
And 3 of those. And 1 of those. And 5 bars of these. And a cup of that nice hot liquid.
Coffee. Coming right up.
Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white coffee material.
You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir?
Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside.
They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Ach, hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around hundreds of years into the future.
Why mess with a good thing?
Go ahead
right?
and clip that one, guys. You can send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Brother, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Nathan is better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here now.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man, start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff, give me 5, let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go! It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill, give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, da doom, doom, da doom, 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 da doom, doom, da doom, doom. Doomy, doomy, doomy. Doom, doom, doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown. Couched in a soft bun and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
Happen. Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Does a horse have a? Ooh, it's going for the
deception for a horse.
Yeah, a horse has got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up and you see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe it's something even tastier, but then it sticks out his tongue and it pulls back, and then it backs up. It's got the sugar cube in its mouth and its eyes go boing, as his eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
Oh my god.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
She had red whelps and skin was looking all grotesque and all that, and she let out a little bit of a mumble roar, leveled the gun at everybody in the room there, and that was where we cut last week. So that was where we'll pick up the action now, unless there are any questions or anything else that the group would like to add.
I have a question.
Please ask away.
What is a mumble roar?
Mumble roar.
Settle back now, content, comfortable, well-fed, and ready for some fine entertainment. Is everybody happy? Then let's go. It's showtime.
You can eat it. Let me turn on the audio, though. Like, that would help. There we go. Somebody say something.
Hello, hello.
Woo. And Ella is late coming back. That's okay.
That's just Ella.
We can start planning, or you can start planning with as you see fit.
That's right.
All right, let me put on some. Let me put on some planning music.
There's planning music?
I have no idea.
I was gonna say I have no idea what planning music could be.
Me neither.
So I am prepared for every situation and eventuality.
Okay.
I can do combat. I can do talky shit.
Talky shit? That's a very scientific term.
So, I feel like this would be a talkie situation. Are we really expecting combat? What are we even here for? I don't even know why we're here. What are we doing here?
That would be the question. We're here because we wanted to find the Order of the Kraken?
We're looking for some geese or something.
The Kraken Society.
Oh, that's right. Kraken Society.
Yep, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the Kraken Society.
I think they're who deal with the tokens, maybe? I don't know. There's something to do with them and the geese coins.
The geese coins are relevant to this place. They saw the geese coins and geese coins, and acknowledged them in a way that made it clear that this is the place.
Okay.
So we're in the right place. Whether or not we'll find somebody from the Kraken Society is a different thing. But we need to find them because we think they're the ones that stole...
Are they responsible for, like, the missing dad, or...
I think so.
Possibly.
Damn it, Seth. What was
In any case...
What do we know?
They've clearly been dropping these coins for us or someone to find, so it's led us here somehow.
And my hypothesis or Menredin's hypothesis, do not tell me if I am wrong, because I'm going to go forward as if this is 100% true. She believes that they are warlocks to the interfering tentacle entity that is disrupting communication between me and Eric.
We were supposed to find that pirate and ask who his tentacle friend was serving.
You were down by the docks
forgot.
too.
I forgot until just now because it wasn't part of our recaps. Because our DM doesn't do that. He doesn't give us recaps. Seth.
I actually write them up if somebody would read the PDF.
What? We have a PDF?
You post it 4 weeks in advance.
You have to post that every week, dude.
That said, you
sorry.
guys are back in the Bear and Bard, and you are planning how it is that you're gonna infiltrate the Grande Dame this evening.
Right, so I'm like in the middle of this planning, and I just go, oh, holy shit, we gotta go find the pirate and ask him who his tentacle serves.
It was Priscilla, but we don't know if Priscilla is part of the Kraken Society. But if she is, I'm gonna kill her and her little bitch.
Oh my goodness. Wait, maybe we don't want to do that.
No, I got you. Menredin, let's fucking do this shit.
I'm just
Okay,
picturing
show
like
me where
little.
to point my arrow. Show
I'm
me where to
picturing
point
like
my bow.
little 3.5 foot tall Menredin sitting at the table. La 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 la. Oh, and if they're that, I'm gonna kill him.
Don't underestimate the short people.
Yeah. Okay. So you're sitting around the table at the Bear and Bard, and you're trying to figure out what it is you're going to do tonight and how you're going to do it. Menredin is apparently performing, and it has been made very, very clear that you are not to bring weapons on this pleasure barge.
So guys, make sure your weapons look like other things.
Yeah, my longbow of warning. Damn, I wish I couldn't like pull off a little scrap of wood from it, or maybe like take the string off of it and still have the warning effect. Could I?
You, even with your background, and I'll give this to Dauphine too with her background. I mean, you could always kill a guard and take their weapons.
That's true. I'm still wearing my shoes though. Shoes aren't a weapon.
Yep. I think that's actually a very good idea for Dauphine. But the rest of you, like Piranha knows, like to the core of her being, it wouldn't be very difficult for Piranha to kill one of those guards and take their weapons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
I
to just
could backstab
push one
them with a
overboard.
pencil.
Or to push one overboard and take their weapons,
There
depending
you
on
go.
how bloodthirsty you want to be.
You can steal a fork. Like seriously, I could steal a fork and backstab somebody with it.
I'm sure this is going to be a pleasant cruise. We don't need to be talking about killing people and shoving people around.
Sinden's delusional again. Somebody give him a drink.
Let's just go on the boat.
Piranha, you were about to say?
It's just that my longbow, it's not just a bow, it also gives me like advantage on initiative, I think. Advantage on initiative.
it's pretty hefty,
and
it's
it
pretty
tells
powerful.
me when we can't be surprised. It's just like it's really good. So like if I I don't know how the weapon works. If I take the string off of the bow and put that in my pocket, am I still granted that like
No, it's the wood part of the bow. Like you could restring it 100 times. It's the enchanted wood of the bow.
if I peeled
And I
off
actually
like a
said
few
enchanted wood,
slivers?
yes.
Enchanted wood is my favorite kind of wood, but I'm doing the okay, sorry. If I just peeled off a little sliver or two of the wood is still enchanted. If I pocket that.
You ask Menredin,
No.
and Menredin looks at it with her glowing eyes and just says, "No, that ain't gonna work."
Basically, you get it because you're using it in combat.
Worth a shot. Okay. Well, that's a
I will, ponder it for a moment. I'm willing to hear any kind of crazy off the wall things.
What if I unstring it so it is no longer, and I don't have any arrows, And so it is just a very intricate, I mean, obviously it's a bow. We're not going to split hairs here. I'm not going to try to trick anyone into thinking it's just like my lucky, very long piece of wood. But like if I unstring it and do not have the arrows and just have it in my pack, do you think that would fly?
Shazara magically is there with you, and she looks at it and goes, "Oh, well, I could press to digitize that to look like a staff."
Yes, brilliant. Thank you. My spooky girl always coming through for me.
She smiles, nods, and then sticks her head back in a book.
All right, I got my cool staff then.
As you're sitting around the table talking, there's a commotion out on the street, and some people rush to the window, and you hear some murmuring, and you hear this rumbling. It sounds like something very heavy is moving down the street. And people are murmuring and wondering, are you going to the window to look?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun.
Doesn't sound like anything to me. I'm just gonna keep drinking my drink.
There is a huge, as you stick your, glue your nose to the window, there is a huge metal object on wheels, sort of rumbling its way and rocking its way down the street.
Is it a bathtub?
It's not a bathtub. On chicken legs,
Totally
no.
a bathtub.
It looks. If if you knew what a submarine looked like, it might look like a small early submarine, and it is being drawn by several Tritons, and they're sort of pulling it along, and it stops outside the Baron Bard. The hatch on top opens, and out pop two other Tritons wearing suits. And they've got big glass helmets on filled with water. And they make their way down to the front of the Baron Bard, and they hold up what looks to be this magical staff in front of them. And they speak through it in Primordial. And it says, "We are looking for Menredin." Think guild navigators here. That's exactly what it looks like. It's like the guild navigators disembarked. They've got big helmets on with swirling water, and they're asking for Menredin.
Menredin, do you know these people?
Menredin, the phone's ringing for you.
Menredin, what's your read on this? I'm like a hair trigger from casting Pass Without Trace, so you do not get caught by them.
Well, we're in our room upstairs, so we're just like hiding.
I
What do you
mean,
want to do?
If
Menredin,
someone rats us out,
they appeared like you recognize them absolutely. They raised your brood. The entire pool they raised.
oh wow. So I'm mostly excited because I don't think they've ever come onto land before. So I kind of like make a happy squeaky sound and I run downstairs.
Well,
Right.
I think that was a good thing.
okay.
You run downstairs, and it is indeed, we're going to call them Alpha and Beta because their actual names are unpronounceable and sound like bubbling water. And they are the two Triton folk who raised you. And they hug you, and they appear genuinely happy to see you. And ask, can we come in and sit down with you? And everybody, the entire bar, the entire street is just staring at this. No one has ever seen this type of vehicle before, this type of interaction. Quite frankly, they might have seen you and maybe one other Triton before. Never mind a Triton vehicle and an entourage from the undersea.
Oh, I mean, yes. I very excitedly motion them inside, and I'm like babbling in Primordial, being like, "Oh my goodness, yes, these are my friends. They own the bar, and they've got a little daughter, and she's weird, and I like her." And then I'm like, "You gotta come upstairs and meet my other friends. They're great too. And what are you doing up here?"
We're here to try to convince you to come home, child. Please, we would love to meet your friends. Perhaps we will audit them too.
Oh dear, I don't want to be audited. That sounds bad.
I don't have the receipts.
And
Yeah, I didn't keep the receipt.
And that's kind of when I like stop and switch back to common. I'm like, but I don't want to go home.
Well, let us have a conversation and you might feel differently.
At that point.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was at that point we're like at the door to the room, and so just kind of open the door and walk in with them.
And they walk in and they're very pleasant and they say, "Hello, would you like to introduce us to your friends?"
I turn to my friends and I kind of like gesture to both of my kind of parents, but kind of like not really parents, and introduce them as Alpha and Beta after going like their actual names are like like making the the burbly gurgly noises, but I'm also kind of a little bit off kilter, like, but I'm happy up here, and I don't want to go down. I don't want to go back. They didn't like me back there.
Well, we've never stopped loving you, and you know, despite the fact you haven't gone clear yet, we will always love you.
Gone clear? What does that mean?
Oh, have you been audited, dear?
Are they? Oh my god. The tax board cleared me. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm golden.
My
So,
mother
yeah.
handles my taxes. I don't have to worry about that.
Yes, Migraine Boy, they are indeed merfolk Scientologists. And she's being very pleasant to you, but she says, "Well, let's sit and have a conversation and share a meal, and perhaps you'll feel differently." And again, this is all taking place through that magic staff. They haven't taken off their water helmets.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just treating that like that's their religious wear. That's none of my business.
How are we
I just don't
supposed to
like how
have a
unethical
meal if you're stuck in a bubble of water?
Oh, well, we won't be eating.
Do you want me to pour some liquor? Is there a spout or something? I can pour some risky whiskey.
Oh no, we don't partake in alcoholic beverages.
Piranha does not trust these motherfuckers as far as she can throw them.
That's right.
Okay. That's cool.
And you sit down around the table, and the conversation turns to the reason they're there. And they look at you, Menredin, and say, "We have some very pressing problems, and I think it is our understanding that the rest of Merfolk society would be more accepting of someone with your particular skills." She says a word, and you've all heard this word before, and it sends like creepy crawlies up your spine. It is the word in Primordial for Eric. And she says, "That word seems to be the lesser of two evils."
This is about Priscilla, isn't it? I told you we should have marched down to the docks and confronted him.
And she says another word, and we need help with, and the word sounds like Slarchlefel.
What?
And oddly enough, Eric, again in Primordial, Eric has more adherents in our society over the last year or so. You've come out of the proverbial closet. There are more of you than we expected. And it seems that you might have a warm reception were you to come home.
So it took the rest of your society to be cool with who she is for you to be cool with her too?
Messed up.
Yeah, like
Well-
why did it take everybody else being okay with it for you to be okay
Well,
with it?
and the subtext that you are all getting, I'm not even going to make you roll insight or anything. The subtext you're getting here is they're only okay with it, and they're only okay with other people coming out of the closet because there's another power they need help fighting.
Oh yeah, I got that. So when it's convenient to you, you're cool with your daughter, is what you're saying. Only when it's convenient to you.
What
Your
is that
daughter-
word? What is that word? Can you they look to you, Menredin. What does that word mean?
Oh boy, I try to explain.
It means that you're only interested in her because she can do something for you.
Yeah, when you should have really had her best interest in mind, like from the time she hatched.
Do they hatch?
Do you hatch? I'm so sorry. I presumed. I don't know. They're like kind of half
we
mammal.
We hatch, but we don't really have the concept of daughter. It's complicated. There's really no way to tell who your specific progenitor is. You just end up being assigned a brooding pair, essentially, to raise you and guide you in the ways of society. And that way, every couple, every pair gets the chance to have children, but you aren't tied to your specific mating years. But it's a quirk of our Triton biology.
Okay. You're asking me, your dependent, your whatever this relationship is, should have been strong enough. You should have had her back from the beginning and not just when it was convenient for you. And we're all a little protective of our weird fish sister over here. And the fact that it took you until now, when we're not, she's our weird fish lady. And like, we're not in her society. We're not her caretakers. We just give a shit when apparently you didn't. And she left because you were so unsupportive. We have nothing except love for her, and that's why we're here for her. So I'm not really sure where you think it's appropriate to march up in your weird metal machine down the middle of, what are we in, Neverwinter or fuck, I don't remember.
Waterdeep.
Like Waterdeep. I knew it was whatever. Like, just check yourself, because she's good and we've got her back. And so if you want to take advantage of her, you should probably think twice. If you need her, don't come in here trying to use feelings and gaslight her. Tell her why it's worth it to her, because we've made it worth it to her and we're not asking anything of her.
We've always loved you, Menredin. They, you know, your whole family, your siblings, your whole birthing pod loves you. We just thought you made some errors on the side of evil. And now it turns out Eric may not be an Eric. She doesn't ever say the word Eric. She always uses the word in primordial, and every time she does, it just makes like the flesh on the back of your neck just go.
Hey, can we just call him Eric? Because
his name is
that
Eric.
Using is creeping me right out.
His name is Eric. Like, that's what he goes by. Why don't you just respect him? Like, you can't respect him. God. You can't respect her. Like, I'm sorry, Menredin, do you want me to shut the fuck up and I can step out if you want? I'm feeling a certain kind of way, and I care very much for you, and this just does not strike me as, like, kosher.
No, it is appreciated, and it is true. I do not appreciate my guardians, my caretakers coming to me now that they have decided I am useful, when you have previously cast me from society because I chose a different path than which was assigned to me. And I fear that it is not because you agree with me that Triton Society should join the Upworld and embrace that which makes us different, and the arcane, not just
you all
history and society.
When she says the Upworld, when you utter that word, you see a shudder pass through all of them. Like, they can't stand being out of the water.
And I fear that if I were to solve this issue and this problem for you, that you would revert back to your previous ways and your hatred and your intolerance towards others and people, and not really the word people, like a primordial term for
Sentience.
sentience. Yeah, who are different and othered from Triton society.
She turns to you and says, well, I couldn't speak for all of society, but know that we in your birthing pod love you and care for you, and we never wanted you to leave. We always wanted you to come to see the light and to go clear and to be audited regularly like the rest of us.
At this point, Minardin is a little bit like physically cold. Like she's got water magic, which is currently turning a little bit of the room colder through association with ice, and she's becoming a little bit standoffish, and she just calmly sits back and says, you didn't want me to leave, but you wanted me to change, and
that's not okay. You should accept her for who she is.
Thank you. We will maybe solve your problem, but I will not solve it for you. I will solve it for me.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, girl. Fuck yes.
On that note, they get up in a huff and walk downstairs.
Deuces. Menardin, how are you feeling? Are you okay?
Peace.
What do you need right now?
Menardin is kind of prickly, kind of angry, and she's ready to go stab a bitch.
That's just funny.
How far off are we from dusk?
About an hour. You've got time to plan still.
Well, isn't her call time is right now then?
Yeah, maybe let's say 2 hours. An hour from when you need to be at the dock.
Okay. Menardin, what do you need from us right now? Like, I feel like you just say the word.
I need to know what we're doing. I got us in, but I don't know what we're doing there.
So I'm just going to ask, and you don't have, there's no right response to this. Are you going to try to stop them, or are you just going to let them leave in a huff?
I will follow them to the door. I will give them, the traditional goodbye, and I will tell them that they are always welcome to visit. But until society wants me and not what I can do, I will not return.
Your Beta steps forward, your father, and tries to hug you. Do you hug him back?
I do a very awkward one-armed hug.
Aww. And Alpha does not.
Yep.
And they get back in their little submersible and trundle on down the street to the gawking stares of the people in the alley outside the Baron Bard.
That was so awkward. We've met her parents though. Like, we finally had the awkward Minardin parent moment.
I just pull out my whatever is left of my flask of risky whiskey and I just pass it to Menardin.
I just turned it, like, definitely.
If you remember, Zephyros refilled your little keg, your little baby keg. So you now have a baby keg of risky whiskey.
Oh yeah, I take 2 long pulls from that.
I just pat her on the back, like, real hard. Like, fucking pat her on the back, throw my arm around her, like, man, that sucks. I'm so sorry.
That's so sad.
I don't even know my parents, and I feel like I have a better relationship with them than you do. I'm so sorry.
I've been killing myself trying to figure out how to get Piranha's parents in the game. I don't think it's going to happen.
Aww.
No, Piranha's never known her parents. She was raised as a collective, saved as an infant, and
she was raised by wolves.
Oh my
elves, but,
god! I got it. Never mind. I got it. You just gave me the answer.
Got it?
You just gave me the answer.
There you go.
All right.
Sorry,
Cool.
I know. I think I owed you a backstory, and I just.
You don't know.
forgot.
Don't. It's mine now.
You no longer have rights
in your hand.
It's mine now. I got it.
I prefer it that way.
Excellent. All right, go on back upstairs. If you want to talk more about this or do planning, it's up to you. I am here for you.
I'm here for the brawn.
Yep.
I'm just here. I have no idea what's actually going on. I don't know what our plan is. I don't know why we're. I mean, I'm just gonna follow along and kill shit if needed and diplomacy where required.
So you're trying to infiltrate the ship to figure out where the hell these golden geese came from and how they're related to the murder of the Storm King's wife.
Okay.
There you go. There's your plot hook, people.
Okay. Seth, I have a question.
Yes.
What are the guards armed with?
You noticed, Piranha would notice pretty clearly, and so would Senzin. The guards had spears, shields, and chainmail, and some of them had short swords, short bows, and studded leather.
So there are some bows.
There are bows. There are absolutely bows if you want one. If you want to kill a guard and take one, or disable a guard and take one.
Would their arrows work with my longbow?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Arrows are arrows, like shortbow, longbow. Yeah.
I just want to make sure. So I've got my staff now, and I'm just gonna put this cute little. I'm gonna tie the bowstring into a cute little bow, so it just looks like not bow like arrow, but just tie it up so it looks cute, and put it in my pocket so that if I need to, I can pull it, untie it.
I mean,
you
could just wrap it up and put it in your pocket. I mean.
Okay, they're not gonna. Yeah, okay, fuck it. Yeah, I do that, and I'll just kill a guard and take his arrows if I need to.
I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of looks like fishing wire, and you're gonna be near the docks, like your fishing line.
Okay, I mean, it looks like cat guard, but
yep.
That's fine.
I mean, a guard is not gonna really, yeah.
Okay.
You understand a guard doesn't care that much about that in your pocket.
Okay,
you can't do anything with it without a bow.
Right. Okay.
So what's the plan? Are you Menredin's entourage? Are you dancers? Are you what?
I mean, I guess I could be a bodyguard.
I'm Menredin's somewhat insufferable, not tour manager.
The moment you said dancers, I just got a very terrible idea of putting Senzin in belly dancer outfit.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Senzin is the Chippendales dancer. There it is.
That's it. That's it.
Piranha is 1000% on board. Let's get you fitted. We still got some gold, right? We've got rubies and shit. I bet there's someone here.
I bet we can do it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I mean,
All
really
right.
though, there's not much of an outfit for that. It's these tiny little.
It's called a loincloth.
Yeah, like a loincloth, whatever.
Well, it's gotta jingle, so you gotta put jingly shit on it.
Oh, okay. So she's a jingly, or he's like a cross between a Chippendale and a belly dancer. Is that what we're going for?
It's very easy to underestimate the amount of effort and skill and artistry that goes into creating attire that is almost not there.
That is true.
But I promise you, there's a lot of crafting.
That's fair.
I mean, you want to see some rippling scales, Let's do it.
And I do. You know I do.
What's the lizard? Never mind. The lizard fascination thing.
Oh god. It's called Scaly. It's
Scaly,
but lizards. And I know this because one of the companies I work for just released a Scaly VR CGI experience, and I learned about this, and I never knew it existed. And you know what? It's adorable, and I love it for them.
Yeah,
I'm
good for you.
Good for you.
What is it? Don't yuck someone's yum.
I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum, and also cool. That's great. I love that for you.
Yeah.
If you were Scaly, check out VR Play Space.
All right, you are planning this, so you're trying to figure out how you're getting on board. You've come up with this idea that Senzin's going to be a Chippendales dancer, that Piranha is the sleazy tour manager. And
I'm the wealthy gambler.
Are you just going to...
I'm going to be
Here's
myself.
the point. Yeah, you don't have to be part of this entourage. You could just get on board as the wealthy gambler.
I am literally not even going to go with them. I am going to go as myself at a separate time.
That actually might be a smart idea.
Yeah, you seem like you would actually be appropriate clientele for a place like this.
And
which gives me an
your
in
own
without, which gives us an in without being associated. So I can be there to
And you know what I'm going to do? Shazara is going to come with you, Dauphine, as your gal pal who you're going to gamble with. You're out for a night of gambling
Perfect.
on the town.
That we can do that. That's perfect. I like it.
Damn it. I wish if I had better forethought, I would have disguised this as like I don't remember the American word for it, which is stupid because I've only ever used that. But what's the thing when you're about to get married?
Like a
bachelorette party.
Bachelorette or bow and arrow party or something like that.
Yeah, hens do. Oh man.
I'm just picturing Dauphine walking around with like, fiance like sash on.
Oh, good God.
Anyway, is there anything else you guys want to do? Have you spoken with Grief or anyone else at the bar about stashing your equipment? And I need to know very specifically what equipment is coming with you on this boat.
Do we have a bag of holding?
Yes, I think. Maybe not. Crap. I don't know. I have to look.
I think somebody does, right?
I thought I did.
Menardin, give me a Arcana check.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I have a bag of holding.
I have a 13.
Okay. Nothing.
You see nothing. But I do have a bag of holding. So.
Okay. Because we could stash the weapons in the bag of holding.
But aren't they gonna check that? Like every time I've ever gone to a club, they look inside of my purse, and my purse is this big and it looks like a dinosaur. It can literally hold like a small wallet of vape and a
I thought a
compact.
bag of holding could only summon things for the person who put it in there, or something like that. I don't know.
I mean,
don't you have to know what's in the bag of holding to pull it out
in order
of the
to
bag
pull
of
it out?
holding?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I was pretty sure because don't you just like reach in and think of the thing you want and you have it, right?
Well, and just to be clear, right? It's one action to take one thing out of a bag of holding. So in the middle of combat, do you want to use your whole turn to take something out and give it to somebody, and then take something out and give it to somebody the next turn?
If I don't have any weapons, maybe.
Yeah.
I was saying the only other person who can't makeshift a weapon is Senzin.
And I mean, just to be clear, Senzin realizes that you're proficient with any of the weapons the guards have.
Right, and so my point is, I think her point is, we could put like all of our stuff in my bag of holding, so that if we get trapped on this boat and go on to our next destination from there, we at least have our things at some point in the future.
This is not an ocean. It goes on the ocean, but this is a pleasure barge. It goes up and down the coast and back. Like you can't.
Yeah, it
go
doesn't
anywhere.
prevent a portal from opening, freaking
Okay.
kidnapping from occurring. Like whatever.
You know what? That's a perfectly acceptable and valid thought.
Like the giants fly.
The giants fly and they have conchs of teleportation.
Exactly. So I don't have to like. I'm obviously gonna wear my cloak of protection and my gloves of thievery because they're not weapons.
Right.
I'm not taking off my shoes.
Okay.
So. Meh. And I just don't have my dagger of venom.
Are these guards paid enough to be well versed enough to know that your shoes are weapons? Like I'm sure it's fine. I hand everything over and you can stick it in the bag of holding and we can grab it later. Because that's a great point. We don't know if we're gonna make it back here or not.
So that was kind of my thought, yeah. So we just shove everything in my bag of holding.
All
Because
right,
they're less
I
likely
want-
to search me because I'm just there to, be wealthy and gamble. I'm not there with the suspicious group that, bribed their way in on charisma earlier.
I want everybody to go into their character right now and untick the equip box on everything that's going into that bag of holding.
Well, I'm freaking naked, so I guess I'm unticking
Well, you can
everything.
still... Yeah, well, that's right. You've got a loincloth.
Well, no, like it's 300. You've got your cloak of protection +1 and a loincloth.
There you go.
I don't know how to untick it. I'm
Just
like
there's a
clicking
little
the
tick right
red
next
box.
to it's the little thing
you
that says
click it.
equipped.
Go to your inventory.
It's not doing though.
All right.
It's not in
Yeah,
inventory.
it's the red. It's the red box.
It's the red box.
Yeah, but when I
So-
click it, all it does is a cursor appears to the left of it, and it doesn't untick for me.
Oh, that's weird.
So, Jim,
I'll
can
do
I
it.
just tell you? Yeah, I'm unequipping my dagger and my short sword.
You got
my both of my arrows are going to the bag of holding, and everything else. The longbow's a staff now, so
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you even talking about?
All I did was unequip my dagger of venom.
Yep. All I did was unequip my staff of fire.
No. You're not getting on in armor. None of you are getting on in armor.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't wear armor.
Right. So here, hold on.
That's okay. I went the first half of the game with my armor unequipped anyway, so it'll just be like it used to be. It's nostalgic.
All right, Piranha, I'm in your character sheet, so I click. I'm unequipping all your stuff.
Okay, the longbow still. Well, I guess the longbow isn't equipped technically.
Yep.
The arrows, both of the arrows. Well,
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess probably not the arrows.
Hey.
The dagger and the short sword.
Yep, there you go. Your armor class is 15 right now, just to be clear.
I unequipped it, and also my second short sword that I do not have equipped is also going into the bag because I don't want to get fucked on a technicality.
Got it. And
Yeah, my daggers are in the bag because I never use them.
You got it.
Daggers are lame.
The tentacle rod is my packed weapon, so I just unsummon my packed weapon.
And you basically, it goes into the sucking space between the stars.
Yeah.
Sucking.
Just out of nowhere, you keep like sucking.
just floating around sucking between the stars. It reminds me of when I lived in Hollywood.
Down in Hollywood, baby.
Jesus.
All right, the sun is beginning to get lower in the western sky. Anything else you guys want to do before we do this shiznit?
Power nap.
Yeah, are we fully rested and everything?
Everybody, take a long rest. Just make sure you're fully rested.
Did I take a long rest, Dan?
I don't remember how to do
I
that.
just clicked it again to make sure everything was reset.
It's at the top of your page on
Oh,
the right-hand
heal.
side.
But I don't see. Oh, there it is.
I can't
It was,
click.
the
fuck
light
all
was
on
glaring
this
off of
page.
it.
Here, I get you.
Just reset your page.
Just hit
I
refresh.
just refreshed it. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's still. Hey, maybe I just need to disable ad blocker.
Yeah, I've got ad blocker disabled on the one that I used to run D&D Beyond. Here, I
Yeah.
gotcha. It's on the top of this thing. Long rest. Take long rest. Confirm. You're done. Long rested.
Thank you.
Is Madame using her Goodberry spells now?
Yeah, I was just fixing to.
Before the long rest.
Yeah.
That's.
I'm gonna...
So go ahead and use the Goodberry spells, then hit the take a long rest again.
I'm sorry. I think you might have to do it for me.
I got you.
I don't know
about
what's going on. Thank you.
Goodberry.
So I've got what?
I'm assuming you want to save your second level spell slots, so I'm going to use 4 first level spell slots on Goodberry for you.
Yeah, but we're about to take a long rest, are we? Or we don't have time to take a long rest.
I mean, okay, so here's the point, right? Like, a Goodberry's, probably the size of a strawberry, right?
Okay.
You're going to walk onto this pleasure barge with, like, a bag filled with, like, 80 strawberries or, like, 20.
I have allergies.
It's
I
part
can't
of
eat
my
all the
rider. I require only the red good berries.
It's in the writer, and I do believe that I sent this over. Could you please check your spam folder? Because
All right,
we did
here's
make
the
this very
deal.
clear.
That's absolutely fine. I'm going to write this down here. You don't have to worry about it. Don't have to take another long rest. You have 80 good berries in a big fucking bag in your hand.
That's hilarious. Looks like a popcorn bin or something. Like you got it from a street vendor on the way.
I would definitely like to sprinkle like something ridiculous on top. Like I don't know if they have the equivalent of like gold dust or shit, but like I want it to look fancy.
I was just gonna say, if I have any leftover, what are the donuts called again? The
Nanotopins.
Yeah, if I have any leftover nanotopins, I've like ground those up and just like mixed it in, so it's like just a nice thin coating. Maybe throw a little bit of risky whiskey into it just to like give it some sticking power.
It's
I'm
a
just
good
like-
berry flambe.
Nom nom nom.
Oh my god. Mandy, I'm going to clip this later for you. It is a Nanotopins Goodberry Flambe. Anyway.
And it's in the writer, so maybe check
It's in
that.
the tech writer for the show. Got it.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
The fact that you don't know this actually makes me concerned about her safety on stage. I'd like to have a conversation with the manager.
I wrote it in the contract. Only brown M&Ms.
Talk to my DM about this.
All right. As the sun sets, you finalize your plans and make your way to the docks, to the gambling district, and the Grande Dame. So I'm going to flip back over to the map scene, and if you guys want to look at Albert Rodeo, there you are. I'm going to get rid of this party thing since we're all here. You make your way to the docks, you make your way all the way down to the Street of Gamblers, and at the end, there is gilded carriage after gilded carriage lined up with nobles and the extremely wealthy disembarking and making their way up the gangplank onto the Grande Dame.
But we're here an hour early.
Join them. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know what else? The really wealthy people get to go on an hour early too.
That's hilarious.
Where is my lovely friend Pao Ming? Oh, where is she? Oh, there she is. Beep. She is standing here. She's way too big for this map.
Yeah, she's a very tall lady.
Yep. Well, she's the only icon I could find, right? So there you are. There she is. And each square is 20 feet. So tell me what you're doing. How are you going to... What are you saying, Menredin?
I mean, you know, I walk right up. I've got my magical hat and my ridiculousness going on. I've got sparkles and ice sparkles dancing in the air around me because I am magical as shit with my illusions. And I basically just go like, I have arrived. I am ready to prepare for my performance.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love it.
Anyone else? So you do that. Senzin is standing right next to you in a loincloth and a cape.
Once again, over one shoulder.
Over one shoulder.
He's jaunty.
Yes. and Pao Ming just looks at you and doesn't give you another thought, Senzin.
Interesting. Okay.
It's
Right.
so, you know what, this is what it's like when you're like, you know,
Arm
the
candy?
hot piece. Yeah, it's just, they just don't even think twice about you. I'm so sorry, babe.
Pirani, are you saying anything, or are you just walking on behind Menredin?
Can I roll like an investigation check just to sort of like get the lay of the land? I don't know. I want to see if there's anything here that I should be aware of. I want to check.
Let's see. Give me a
Investigation,
survival
perception?
check.
Oh Lord. Okay.
No, that's actually probably good for you.
No, it is good for me. It's just the fact that you are having me roll a survival check. It's like, oh.
Right.
It's basically a situational awareness check. Like for you, it's better than perception because you're looking at who's armed, where they are, you know, things like that.
Right. Love this website. Excellent website, D&D Beyond. Such a fan. Cannot roll a single goddamn fucking thing.
I had to do something to make mine work, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. Are you using it in Chrome? I think I had to shut something off in Chrome to make it.
You're gonna laugh. I'm using it in freaking Edge, and it works fine in Edge.
Yeah.
I can grab a D20. I can just go grab a D20.
Don't use it in. Just have Seth roll it for you.
Yeah, here, I'll just
Yes,
roll it real quick.
well, yeah, whatever, +5.
Boop. You rolled a nat 20.
No,
that's a 25. Just
It
so you
is.
know.
All right, what do you want to know? What exactly are you looking for? I'll answer any question you have.
What are the threats? Where are the exits? Who here looks unsuspecting? Who I need to pay attention to? Are there any like secret passageways?
I don't know about secret passageways, but I'll tell you straight up. You see at least 4 guards outside. You haven't made your way into the barge yet, but right now you actually see 4 of them standing on the gangplanks. They're looking around, and you see some of them turn to the sides, so you assume there's more around the edges that you can't see. Pao Ming is standing right on the gangplank in front of you. She is the Asian woman in the gorgeous green and yellow dress. She is paying attention to everything. You get the sense that no matter who else is on this ship, she's the one running things. She knows where every guard is. She knows who's coming on board. She's greeting the rich people by name. So what you get from that super high roll is that she's running this shit.
She knows all the things.
And by the way, Menredin, she is glowing brightly. She is super magical.
Like, is she magic, or is what she's wearing magic?
Her dress is glowing very brightly, as are her earrings and some rings on her fingers.
I want her stuff.
If we get into a fight, go for the earrings first. If you're a girl and you've ever been in a fight, not that I have, I'm not like that. But if I were, if I were cooler than I actually am, if I were more like Piranha, first thing I would do is take out those earrings, except she won't because they probably give her something. But like, you see girls fight, they take out their big old hoops first because they don't want their earrings. So I'm just saying, go for the earrings first.
I think she's like twice my height. I don't think I can reach her earrings.
But don't you have like mage hand or something?
No.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
PJ.
Okay, yeah. So, just so we're on the same page. God, what else do I want to... Y'all, what do you think I should be asking right now? Oh, God, my printer just...
Your printer
possessed. Yeah,
Anything else?
Shit. The DM asked that means I'm not asking the right questions. Do you guys have any ideas?
Like, it's not that... Good, I've done my job well if you are questioning everything I do. But anyway...
I guess that's it.
I'm trying to give you the opportunity to do anything you want to do here, and then we're gonna move on to Dauphine and Shazara for their drunken ladies' night out.
Onwards.
All right, you guys pass on board, and I will read you the description of what the great gambling room looks like in a moment. Dauphine.
Yes.
So I'm gonna move the other characters in, and how are Dauphine and Shazara approaching the boat? Are you like clinging on each other and stumbling like you're drunk ladies out for a party, or what's going on?
I mean, we can not be drunk yet and still be drunk ladies out for a party. So I'm gonna go with we are arm in arm and a little bit tipsy, but not falling over drunk.
You don't have to be like, you should be acting. I mean.
Oh yeah, I know. But I don't want to act like I'm completely sloshed the whole rest of the night just right off the bat. I'll go for tipsy and have that be the start. You know, like we've already started our party, but we're here to finish it. So especially since it's just now dark, that's a little bit early to be that bad off. So yeah, so I imagine I'm probably dressed, I don't know, probably like I was when I dressed up for our Halloween party. So cool. Black and furs and all that stuff.
Oh, wait, like your icon. There you are.
Where is my icon?
Boop. Big on the screen now. Anyway.
I believe you. Yeah, so, oh, yeah, there you go. So that's basically how I'm dressed. And Shazara probably looks like herself, but maybe she put her wings away.
Yes, the fallen Aasimar is not popping her skeletal wings, scaring everybody in a 15-foot radius.
Oh, thank God. Yeah. So we're laughing and having a good time and you know, just talking back and forth. You know, we point to Senzin and laugh.
All right, give me an intelligence save.
Okay. $14.
If you remember what the DC was from earlier, you feel somebody poking at the edges of your brain, trying to see what's going on inside there as you are passing Pao Ming and about to enter into the great gambling room of the pleasure barge.
What's going on in there is that I think that
she failed.
Sounds fun.
You made the saving throw. She failed, and you know that someone was poking around in your brain.
I just look at her and raise an eyebrow.
She raises an eyebrow back and smiles, almost smirks at you.
Cool. Well, unless she denies me entrance or something, I don't really care. I'm like, where's the drinks?
She doesn't. She actually looks at you and says, "The daughter of a queen is always welcome."
Oh, thank you.
Which begs a certain question, but...
Yeah, how the hell did she know that? I'm like,
are you still wearing your going out tiara?
Maybe. I like my tiara. Thank you very much. Plus, I mean, I have been to Waterdeep before. It'd be really weird if I hadn't, all things considered.
All right, cool. Let me give you the rundown of what the room you're going into looks like. All right, this is the Golden Goose Casino.
Ooh.
You walk in, and in the middle of the dance floor, in the center of the room, is a huge golden goose inlaid on the floor that looks amazingly like a certain coin that you've been seeing for the last year.
Oh my god.
Fuck this goose.
The dance floor itself has a huge golden goose in it. Right? There's glasses of fine wine, free for the taking, arrayed around the room. There's an unflattering portrait of a fat, foppish, grinning man hanging on the wall across from a spiral staircase that leads up. Most of the floor space in here is taken up with tables of card and dice games. There are gorgeous. There is no one in here who is not beautiful. They are all sitting behind in dealer's clothes with the little cuffs on, and they are all dealing card games and dice games. And 99% of the people in here that you can tell are incredibly wealthy. There is no one from even the lower nobility. These are all high nobility, high wealth individuals who are here to see and be seen. Many of them are wearing masks because they do not want other people to know the debauchery in which they're going to engage tonight.
Well, I just appreciate their social responsibility in these trying times.
Menredin is setting up right, let's see, to the left of that staircase. Let me pull up the map here. Let me see. Do I want to do it? Yeah, we're going to do it right there.
Like I'm not going to immediately find the most obnoxious place to take over.
There you are. Senzin and Menredin are right there. The setting sun is coming through the window on the back, like igniting Menredin and Senzin as she's setting up and strumming her lute. Or her, what are you, lyre? You've got a lyre, right?
Lyre, yeah.
So there's a little stage there built on the left-hand side, and the setting sun is coming through those windows, and the whole dance floor and room is lit with this golden glow. Go ahead and place yourselves around the room where you want to be. Pao Ming is sort of standing back here by the bar.
And as a bronze specimen, you know, the golden light is just gleaming off my
scales.
Freshly polished scales.
I was gonna say, did we oil Senzin up?
Oh yeah. Oh.
You tell me. Did you oil Senzin?
We did. Oh, you know the fuck we did.
I did not help with that.
Look, I love to lend a hand.
Lizard is
I
not
just
my
like to be
type.
helpful. I just like to be helpful.
All right.
I was like, Senzin, primary target. We gotta figure out who like stole the king. Secondary target. Con people out of money. You're beautiful.
Or does. Shimmering scales, just killing it tonight.
All right.
I give after I polished up these scales, I gave Senzin a little friendly slap on the ass and just said, you know what, go get him, tiger.
In my brain, that's killing me.
Oh my god.
The sun has reached the horizon, and it's reflecting across the water, and you hear 3 bells ring. And the sounds from outside sound like the gangplanks are being lifted as the pleasure barge pushes off from the dock and sets out into the open sea to go up and down the coast for the evening's entertainment. You are moving out of the harbor. As you move out of the harbor, I hope you're all watching the Twitch stream, because as you move out of the harbor, down the circular staircase into the main concourse comes a man. His portrait is in that room. You see him introducing himself to everyone around the room as Casper Dryland, the Lord Dryland. And he is he appears to be the proprietor and owner of the Grand Dame.
Does he actually have that squid on his shoulder?
He actually has an octopus wrapped around his neck.
Okay, I just want to like squee over his octopus and be like, I need to pet that. That's how I'm gonna make friends with him, or try to.
All right, you approach him, and he looks at you and says, "My dear, Pao Ming has told me I have royalty on board this evening. Welcome to the Grand Dame."
Oh, thank you! I love your little friend. What a wonderful, wonderful fashion accessory.
Oh, don't
Does
touch
it
him, he
have a
bites.
name? Oh, he bites. Oh, I thought he was dead.
Oh, no. And the tentacles are writhing as you're talking.
Oh, it's actually a lot. How is it breathing?
Oh, they don't need to be submerged but once an hour.
I did not know that. That is fascinating.
And he's sort of petting at it and smiling and saying,
Oh,
"My dear,
I
here."
wanted to
And
touch it.
okay, give me a dex check.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get like I don't want to get too close.
Doesn't matter. It's super fast and it's trying to grab you.
Oh God. Okay, a dex check. 24.
He is surprised and not a little bit impressed as you whip your hand back out of the way as this octopus tries to whip its tentacle around you and grab you and pull you in to bite you.
Wow, he is really an unfriendly critter. Is that safe to have among all these people?
It never leaves my side. He smiles at you and says, "Here, my dear, I'm sure it doesn't matter to you at all. You're very wealthy, but..." And he hands just a handful of golden geese.
Oh, more of these.
And you look
what
around.
on earth do these mean?
And you look around. There is no cash on this vessel. Everyone is gambling with golden geese coins.
Ooh.
He's basically just handed you a whole bunch of tokens to gamble with.
Great. No, I get that. It's like, oh, wonderful! What fun we'll have.
Excellent. Well, enjoy yourself this evening. I have other nobles to attend to. It's wonderful to have you on board. And please, tell your mother what a lovely time you had this evening. And I'd appreciate that.
I will be sure to do so. Absolutely.
All right, let's move over to what is Menredin doing right now in Senzen?
I just wanted to pet the octopus. It's totally unfair.
Are we fully underway? Like, is everybody here and gambling and everything?
Oh, absolutely. You've now reached the open sea. You're about 500 yards out from the beach, and you basically can tell at this point that the pleasure barge is going to make its way up and down the coast until dawn.
Okay, yeah. Then I am fully in performance mode. My performance normally is all about the glories of Triton society. But tonight I'm going to switch it up and kind of make it be like a promotional recruiting video for Eric Industries.
Oh my God. That's great.
Basically just talking about how awesome it is having this amazing Leviathan tentacle creature as my best friend and boss, and how like y'all should also have tentacle things, and all around
Tentacles are
while I'm
pretty
like
cool.
Talking about his like adventures and my adventures and all the things we've done. And as I'm like jumping around and dancing and singing, I'm doing like minor illusion watery tentacles and then shit in the air.
And shit in the air.
Yay! I'm like clapping and think it's awesome.
Cool.
I'm basically being loud and like I'm having fun and gambling and drinking and just in general, as if I'm here to party. And I am trying to drag Shazara into that too, and I'm sure she's resisting, and I'm having a great deal of fun dragging her along.
Awesome. I need Piranha and Senzin to give me a perception check.
I am going to need my DM to give me my perception check because this is great.
Are you locked up?
I'm all locked up. I would try to open it in Safari, but I'd be like clacking away trying to figure out how to do it in literally any other browser because I only use Chrome.
It's okay.
I don't know why it's doing this to me.
Because it hates you and wants you to be unhappy.
Yeah, well.
It may be because, I should probably have closed your character sheet. Maybe it's because I had it open.
Oh, maybe.
That could be.
Hold up.
I rolled a 14 for you. You can take that or roll yourself.
Well, that's very bold of you to suggest because no, I cannot. No, I guess that's a 14 then.
All right. Senzin is belly dancing his way across the dance floor. And the Waterdavian nobles are eating it up with they're spooning it up. And I mean, it's literally a bronze dragonborn with glistening scales dancing across the floor. When Senzin, out of the corner of your eye, you catch Piranha go, and both of you look at what Piranha is looking at, and in the corner, there's a gentleman with a wide-brimmed hat on, trying to avoid your gaze, but smirking a little bit. It's Captain Osk.
That asshole.
That fucking guy.
He's not trying to hide himself from you. He's just he's keeping a low profile, and he's just looking at both of you, chuckling.
Yeah, and that's Priscilla's owner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wide brim hat. He's peacocking as fuck. That's so embarrassing for everybody in the room.
And he's just having a blast staring at Senzin.
Oh.
Oh God.
As Menardin's most recent song ends, Piranha and Senzin, what are you doing?
I am making direct eye contact with Menardin. Hoping
She sees you.
I don't. And then looking at this douchebag.
Okay.
Know that he's our enemy yet? Like.
Nope.
Well, she is my ally, and he is her enemy, and so that's where I stand.
Remember, you're not sure yet.
We're not really sure that yet. So, do I see him yet?
Give me a perception check.
I have a question before you're done with me.
Sure, absolutely.
A 25.
Yes, you see them. Go ahead, Piranha.
But I want to let Piranha finish her turn first.
Okay, so I am the entertainment tour manager. Is the guy with the squid around his neck, like, is he around? Is he accessible? Like,
I mean, he is glad-handing the entire everybody there. He's basically being the face of this operation and welcoming everyone on board and handing out free chips and, just being political.
So, quick question. If I cast Beast Sense, I basically touch the creature, immediately go immobile, and occupy their brain with them as long as they're willing. And, that's not something I can do and then, cast later after I've touch them and then, it's like that.
You're down, yeah. You're down. Like, if you did that on the octopus, you would fall to the ground.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do that then.
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay. So,
Menardin, this you've actually reached a point where, it's reasonable to take a break if you'd like and chat with your friends.
Oh, I definitely do. I want to kind of do a once over the room with my little magic glowy eyes. And I especially want to take a look at the host of the evening, Captain
Dryland.
Nemo.
Captain
Dryland.
Oh God, he's gonna be Captain Nemo from now on.
Yep.
All right. And you're looking at Casper. Maybe he's got a ring or a necklace, but he himself is not glowing with magic.
What about his pet?
Absolutely. His pet is magical.
Suspicions.
Sus.
It's totally sus.
I mean, has he come up and introduced himself to me yet, or was he letting me perform?
Are you taking a break now?
Yes, I'm definitely taking a break.
He will cautiously make his way, like not appearing to do so. You can all tell, the entire party can tell he's good at this. And he's just sort of making his way across the room, but he's obviously heading for you and Senzin. He arrives.
Captain Nemo or
yes,
the pirate?
Captain Nemo.
Okay. What?
No,
Dude,
not Captain. No, not Captain Nemo. Osk, the pirate captain.
Okay.
The not a pirate captain.
The not a pirate captain. Okay.
Correct. Osk has made his way across the room, and he bows very deeply to Menredin and says, "Milady, it is good to see you again. I see you've been well, and I see your quest has been proceeding apace."
I return the bow and call him Oskol. I hear you may or may not be interfering with things, but you look well.
Rest assured, my dear, I am here to help, and my ship and crew are at your disposal, for I am all but certain you will need us.
Oh dear.
For?
He looks directly at you, Menredin, and says, "The opposition controls Lord Dryland."
That is what I was afraid of. That is what I feared. I do have my suspicions still about Osk, so I want to know how. I want to see how I can tell that he is not part of the opposition.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, I'm not good at those. I'm really not good at those. That's a 4.
You believe he is telling the truth, but you believe he is telling the truth even more when he, in Primordial, says the name of my lord, Eric, has commanded me to assist you.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Find out what
Immediately.
Lord Dryland knows.
Yep, immediately. I'm on his side. Fuck Lord Dryland. But also, I want the octopus.
All right, guys, it is 10:30 or 10:20. I knew we were going to end a little early. Do we want to keep going with this, or do we want to finish this next time?
I want to go play Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
We'll finish this scene next week, and I submit to you that we've probably only got 2 more games after that. So just prepare everyone's self.
And then we can play the other games.
All right. Before everybody gets too tired, let us do our confessionals. And I'm going to turn off the music for that because it's nice to hear your lovely voices when we do that. So I'm going to start with Jax tonight. Or would I start with... let's start with Menredin, because I always make her go last. So let's start with Menredin.
I was saying I never go first.
I know. So what did Menredin learn tonight, and how is Menredin feeling about what happened this evening?
Menredin's kind of reeling. She had a big day. Because first of all, she had her, not really parents, like parent adjacent, people show up, and that was a emotional moment, but also gave her some catharsis, and kind of got her psyched for the evening to be like, yeah, let's go smash some heads. and she went into the evening basically being like, if I see Captain Osk, I'm going to kill him because I'm assuming he is the opposition that I've been warned about. And then all of a sudden it's like, nope, he's actually your fellow C-suite executive for Eric Industries, and you just weren't paying attention to the internal memos. So get your shit together, focus on the real threat.
All right, cool. Anything else? How is she feeling about the rest of the party? Everybody doing their job, holding up their end of the bargains? Everybody doing what they're supposed to do? How's she feeling about oiled down Senzin being her belly dancer?
I mean, he seems to be doing the job. We'll see how big the tip bag is at the end of the night.
Wait, the tip jar or the tit jar?
The tip jar. I mean, like, you're only as good as the free shit you can get.
All right, let us move on to Piranha.
I was gonna say you have that.
How is Piranha feeling about this evening?
I love that it's right handy for you to just raise for the camera.
I'm leaving it out here too. Like, Kelly wants me to bring it in the house. I'm like, no, I'm keeping it right here in the streaming studio.
It's hilarious.
Okay, well, Piranha, the best part of Piranha this day was definitely oiling up Senzin. I mean, obviously. I didn't get to gamble. I don't think I had a drink today. Like, I don't think I had a meal today. So, yeah, I got really pissed off at my friend's parents today. I got really worried about my friend today. Yeah, it's been I've been, like, trying so hard to cast this spell today that just something in my soul told me that it wasn't a good choice to do at this
Something
moment.
in your soul told you that you needed a bushel of good berries, apparently. So.
Well, that too, and I love that I've made like gourmet good berries. I feel like I really stepped up my game. It's like I'm healing you, like for your wounds, but also a little bit of your soul because some real love went into these.
Nanotopin's competition, like
Oh well, let's not start that fight. I don't need that on my fucking roster. No, I don't know. Just I think that Piranha is just really focused on being a good support to the people around her, whether it's emotional or just looking out, being an extra set of eyes, all of those things. To be honest, a little bit lost because it's been so long since we played, so I'm just trying to like do the thing and try to be a good player for the people around me.
I will update the PDF document if everybody will actually read it.
Well, you resend it to us because I completely
50-50. I don't know.
forgot that it even existed.
It's pinned in the Discord channel.
But you have to tell us it's there every week. You have to be like, here's a link every week, and just be like, here's the.
It's okay. I love you guys. It's all good. It's all good.
The fact that it's pinned means fuck all to me, babe. I love you so much, but I just don't know.
How is Piranha feeling about the rest of the party? Is everybody pulling their weight? Is everybody good?
Piranha's not about to judge the people around her for pulling their weight. She's not even sure if she's pulling her weight sometimes. But what she does know is that she just wants to be there and stand beside her friends when they need her or when they need someone. Not necessarily her.
Perfect.
She'll be the person to step in and be that person. That's where Piranha's at.
Cool. Shazara Confessional? Nobody reads enough books.
Why is there so much noise and drinking here? Since it needs to put his clothes back on.
All right, there we go. Delphine Confessional. There you go. Come on, Delphine.
Hold on.
You're humongous.
Why am I huge?
You're fixed. Relax. Because if somebody showed up on time, I could force them.
Wasn't my fault.
I know.
I'll do better next time. I promise. Oh gosh, I don't know. What's you have to ask me questions. My brain's
All right.
going to.
Well, how are you feeling about the quest? Do you think you're making progress? Do you think everybody's pulling their weight? How are you feeling about what your companions did tonight?
I feel like we're making some progress. I loved that Minriton managed to get into the club by pretending to be a famous performer. I I'm a little upset that I couldn't pet the tentacled friend, but I guess I'll get over that.
There are reasons, obviously, and Menredin's glowing eyes will share those with you.
That's fair. I mean, so far, I feel like we're all kind of doing our best. I was really upset to see how Minredin's parents treated her. I felt like they should have accepted her for who she was, and it was very disappointing that they came all this way and just because they wanted to use her. I found that really infuriating. So we just all have to give Minredin extra love.
Yay.
From now on, we just have to be her family. We'll just have to do that.
How do you feel about finally finding the source of the golden geese?
I'm a little irritated that it didn't mean more than it does, honestly. Like, it's just, these are just some people just keep handing us these stupid coins, and it just turns out they belong to this hoity-toity casino. Like, really? This whole game, all these stupid honking coins, and it's just about gambling. But whatever.
All right. Senzen, our resident belly dancer.
Yeah, so I mean, Senzen is just trying to, win in Rome. He wanted to, not completely stick out and just be a stick in the mud, but he, gambling was fun. It's okay, as long as you keep it within some boundaries. And dancing, why not? Dragonborn, we have fun. We have rituals, and there's, mud wrestling and dust. We roll in the dust and do dragonborn things. So why not, show everybody what you got.
My question for you is, what would just inducted into the Order of Ilmater Senzen say to see Senzen 10 years later oiled up and dancing in the Grand Dame? What would that character say?
He would be surprised, but the Lord works in mysterious ways. And sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. And see, things were discovered. He was part of an entertainment for people. It's opening up some doors without going too far outside of his comfort zone. So it's all good.
All right, great.
Hashtag just Dragonborn things.
Maybe he's created a few scalies in the audience. I mean, why not?
Yeah. All right. Anybody want to plug anything? Add anything? Start around Ella. Basically, Ella and Unicorn. You guys want to plug anything?
I have shifted from OnlyFans to the site that I now work for, Unlocked. So Unlocked, without an E, unlockd.me/Ella Darling. And
hey, that sounds familiar. I made the ads.
That's saying more about you than me, so that's between you and God. But
it's because I made your ad. That's the only reason it was
yeah, so that's where you can find my titty content. So I don't know.
I didn't see any of that.
Can we oh my god, Senzen, we have to create a Senzen OnlyFans page. Oh please, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna link it to my...
God, please let it just be pictures of like leopard geckos.
Leopard geckos.
Hi, DM Esquire. I just want to remind you that you can't create a porn page on behalf of someone else without their consent and their IDs.
Hey, guess what? There's a Coven MTG OnlyFans.
Yeah, but you run that shit.
I know.
You post your shit. You have my
means...
permission. If you want to post my shit, you can post my shit.
Which means I can actually post like silly pictures of a dragonborn oiled up.
Okay, well, I can send you my
oh my god! All right, we'll talk about this offline because it's hilarious. But
okay,
we're gonna do a Senzen OnlyFans page.
On Owlbear Radio, you actually added our pictures of us dressed as our characters. I just need you to know that the photo that you posted of me is part of a greater photo sets. And if you would like, you're more than welcome to post those on your OnlyFans, you fucking hoe.
All right, I
my
love you guys.
God.
That's awesome. All right,
I can't follow that. I got nothing this week. Y'all just you're good.
I will actually promo. Hey, we're gonna have a Magic the Gathering movie coming out this fall. So stay tuned. There will be a full-length feature movie. We're gonna have a Kickstarter in the summer, and we're really looking forward to it. I'm super excited about it. Yeah, fun times.
Sounds exciting.
And our next game, Monday night. Next Monday will be. It's called Into the Tentacles. Believe it or not.
God.
Into the Tentacles.
I'm really ready to set aside the tentacles.
And I'm sharing with you, it is actually called that in the module.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Surprisingly enough, that's also the name of my next release.
All right, cool.
I think we should all apologize to everybody viewing this.
I shall
You're
not.
awesome.
Never will I ever.
All right, cool. That's I will be streaming Magic the Gathering on Thursday night. You should tune in for that on Covenant TG. Praetors has shit going all the time, and it's in the post roll that I'm going to roll right now. So wave goodbye, everybody, and say goodnight, and we will see you next week.
Good night.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and show's over. Let me mute before you talk.